Hello everyone, welcome to How Did It Begin Talk Show. I'm your host Kelly. We've got another hot show for you. Our today's topic that will definitely shock the entire audience: future mother-in-law and her twin sister plan on introducing another woman to her fiance. Reminder, if you are a parent out there in our audience, please be advised that the content of today's show is not appropriate for younger viewers. Today's guest is Rochelle, 23, living in Canada. She will confess her true personal story about her mother-in-law. Let us listen to her and the advice coming from our audience.
I'm fuming. I have just found out that my fiance's twin sister and his mom are planning a get-together so that they can introduce him to some other wonderful woman that would be just perfect for him. I talked to him about it and he of course said he wants nothing to do with it, but the point is that they have the audacity to even suggest this. I've explained to him how disrespectful this is, etc. And he said he would address it with them. He and his twin have a birthday coming up in the next 2 weeks that I will not be present for, and I found out through his niece that the plan was to introduce them at their birthday party since I won't be there. I would not be surprised if they go through with it. I'm so enraged right now and no, I am not thinking straight. I'm looking for advice on how to handle this. Help.
Agree with fiance shutting it down. Not only is he setting the tone for your future, this is his battle of independence with his family and his job to protect you. You deserve someone who does all of the above without hesitation. Sounds like he isn't ready to grow up enough to even have a relationship if he's being this passive. He's your fiance, for crying out loud.
Couldn't agree more, thank you.
The best way, if he wants to attend their party, is for your fiancé to let them know that he's disappointed in their behavior, and that they will not like what happens if they go ahead with this ill-conceived plan. If they do, he should then apologize to the woman that his bird-brained relatives mislead and embarrassed her by promising to set her up when they know he's engaged, make a huge deal about being kind to her, on their behalf, since presumably she's the innocent victim. Then, after making his regrets kindly, but not quietly and in front of the whole party, to the woman, he should leave. Even if it's just getting good. They don't get to do that and still enjoy his company. I'd be concerned about them trying to orchestrate a scenario where he's passed out and other chick ends up in his bed in the morning, whether or not anything actually occurs, so make sure he doesn't stay with them, doesn't imbibe, and doesn't accept any unopened beverages from anyone, especially his mother or sister. Y'all can also take away their power and control by arranging your own party at a time when other partner is able to attend, and skip theirs. If he's not ready or able to stand up to them that much, then other partner you can get them to knock it off by laughing and saying something along the lines of whatever floats your boat, but you're wasting your time because he's already put a ring on this woman and I trust my man. Even if you don't, they want to drive a wedge into your relationship, so showing them that you couldn't care less what they plot will take the wind out of their sails.
Bird-brained relatives, lol OMGness, you make me smile in the middle of this circus that has become my life. Thank you for your advice.
Is this a cultural thing? If not, nope out immediately and give the F you finger on the way. It sounds like arranged marriages are pretty standard in your area, so be adamant about what you want. You do want to be with him, right? Not out of obligation or sacrifice, but because of love and respect. If not, kindly but firmly state your case and don't let yourself be taken back in with love or threats. Stay strong.
I mean, yes, the culture has a lot to do with it, but we're both born and raised in Canada. His parents are Indian, although they have lived in Canada for 50 years, so it's not like they don't comprehend diversity. The sisters have both married outside of the culture, however, him being the last male in the family, they all really hope to see him marry an Indian girl.
Guessing you're not Indian? That is really shitty of them. If he can't step up, then I'd advise you to walk away, even if you love him. You deserve better than a lifetime bred out of obligation and heritage. You deserve happiness. Your happiness, as a woman, is just as important.
Thank you. Yes, my first immediate thought was, wow, I deserve better than this, and I don't want to sign up for a lifetime of this ridiculousness.
You shouldn't have to do anything. Your spouse should be the one to tell them that he won't go if they decide to go through with this. He also needs to make it apparent in no certain terms that what they are doing is beyond acceptable.
Totally agree.
He is the one that has, so that though. You shouldn't have to tell him to do that. His decision will be a good indicator on how your potential marriage will go.
Why aren't you going? Because if it's due to a lack of invite, there's just a number of issues with that. My husband would never go anywhere that I was not invited to as well. Furthermore, his family knows better than to pull that bullshit because they would be cut right the F off. Now if you are just choosing not to go, I'd change your mind and be right there with him and at every other family gathering.
I am out of the country and won't be arriving until after his birthday. This is why they've conveniently thought to invite her then. I physically just can't be there.
Personally, I'd expect my partner to not go after that. I would be so uncomfortable and upset with the whole situation. And I'm sure he wouldn't really be interested either. When it comes to my husband's family, I try not to control any of it. It is his family and I'm not going to tell him what to do, but I feel like the appropriate thing for your fiancé to do would be not to go. If roles were reversed, he would likely feel the same as you.
Yes, this is it. I really don't want to tell him what to do with his family. At the same time, I have requirements of respect at the very least from him that I expect, so not sure if I should watch patiently as it unfolds and trust he will do the right thing, or be crystal clear with my expectations.
Waiting for him to mess up is just setting everyone up for failure. Just tell him how you feel without sounding like you're attacking him or trying to control him. Guys sometimes need help seeing things how we see them, especially when it's people as close as a sister or mom.